Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hafiz Nur Salam, and I'm gonna do my presentation about comparative literature, its meaning and scope. So let's get to the chapter one. Chapter one: the study of law. The term comparative is used to describe a critical method as early as the 17th century. Without the actual word, the method is as old as the Greeks. The method was revived with the revival of Greek studies during Renaissance, and by the 18th century it was widely used in all fields of inquiry, including history, law, science, and manners and morals. On the chapter 2, the term comparative suggests an intellectual rational activity. An interesting point to be made about is that the thoroughgoing positivists and the extreme impressionists have a complete aversion to all that is implied in the word explanation, and this is for opposing reasons. The positivists, because we know nothing except the individual fact, and tends to be a statistician, and the impressionist because he knows everything but the fact and tends to be a seer. Students of comparative literature, like the scientists, economists, or humanists, has no regard for national boundaries. There is a common word for the students and humanity. Despite the diversity of tongues and intelligence, dictionaries, grammars, and so on are all eloquent proof of the general beliefs in the common world. Myth and folklore bear witness to this commonplace, as well as the increasing intensity and clarity of the artistic nature. So in the chapter 3, the literature is more than just an imaginatively constructed picture of life in its actuality. It is also a picture of life in its aspiration. The first question is, what exactly is beauty? The second question is, what is truth? Not truth as scientific fact, but which may or may not be true, but the truth is seen by the artist. M. Dragomirescu has devoted 3 volumes to the discussion of this question, scoffing at currents and influences only to arrive at the end of the second volume at Bruttieri's conclusion that the only literary monuments worthy of the critic's attention are those which have been elevated to the first rank by what can be called man's suffrages and the accidents of time. His third volume is devoted to the development of a method criticism to support the conclusions in which he rejects the concept of scientific treatment of literature as well as the uniqueness of the comparative methods. On the last chapter, the cultural unit with its constant systole and diastole, the interest of comparative literature is as broad as human societies and as rich as the relationship that exists between those societies. Art is more than just the color of distant hills. Every event is the son of another, and we must never forget the parentage. Abequanasif said, man has always made connection from what is close at hand. Wilhelm von Humboldt said, the great artist has always been the great plagiarist, whom no one accuses of plagiarism. To quote Matthew Arnold, he represents the best that he has been taught and said in the world. So that is my presentation, and thank you.